Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Make sure you hit the likety like button on the way in. Yeah, I was trying to not talk about this tonight, but I said, you know what? We're going to talk about it. We are definitely going to talk about it. Make sure you hit the like button and let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat, because sometimes when I do back-to-back lives, for whatever reason, audio trips on the last live. But please let me know if you can hear me in the chat. So when I tell you, I don't even know how to begin with this nonsense. First things first, let me just say, my coast right now, I ain't gonna even lie to you, is taking an L. When it comes to these RICO situations right now, when it comes to the riots, we just had fires in January. Now we got this in Las Vegas. I don't know if they're originally from Las Vegas. I don't know if they're originally from California and they moved to Las Vegas. But one thing about it, I have always said in general, Las Vegas is weird as hell. And what do I mean by weird as hell? It is a place like on the strip and stuff for entertainment, fine. But when you get off the strip and you start really meeting the people of Las Vegas, you got a lot of interesting, weird ass people there. Like Sin City is the nickname for Las Vegas. And I truly think that is on all levels, not just the casinos, the gambling, but like literally the mentality is Sin City. So, for those who may not know, or for those who do know, I'm going to talk about this YouTube drama that turned literally to two people being unalived. Pow, pow, gone. Okay. Over YouTube beef. You heard me correctly. Over YouTube beef. All right. Now, this situation literally, there is Mr. and Mrs. Finley, okay? And Mr. Finley had an actual YouTube page channel called Finny the Legend. And Manuel Ruiz, who actually had a YouTube page called Sin City Manny. At this point, I'm going to assume both of them channels is gone. But in this sick, twisted world, you probably got people who have literally followed them even more after this, even though one part, Finny the Legend, he can no longer run his channel because he's no longer with us. Now, this happened literally on the strip, the Las Vegas Strip. I don't know if you guys know how busy and how crazy the Las Vegas Strip is, okay? Now, somebody mentioned Tupac in the chat. No comparison. Tupac being unalive on the strip is the reason why the strip became as heavy as it is when it comes to police, when it comes to cameras, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to all of that. Like it was Tupac that literally turned it to where it's congested for a reason. You really can't just zoom down the strip for a reason. It's like literally made that way. So then things like this can't really happen. But the problem is, this wasn't a drive-by. This was not literally this man or idiot in the car. So with that, this recently happened. And this guy, Manuel Ruiz, I'm going to call him Manny, he's claiming self-defense. Now, he turned himself into the police station in Henderson. Explain to me how you're going to say it's self-defense in this situation when it is very clear on actual camera what the hell you did. It is amazing to me that people try to claim self-defense in so many situations. This is the actual footage because Finny the Legend, he was actually filming on the strip. He was filming on the strip in front of the Bellagio Hotel. I don't know if any of you guys have actually been to Las Vegas. Please ignore my cat in the background. He's a little ghetto and he wants to go outside and fight other cats. It ain't happening. But anywho, so this is actually the footage of Manny approaching the wife, which is Finley's wife. Okay. Now, the wife and the actual husband, Rodney Finley and Tanisha Finley, 44. He was 44. She was 43. They were on the strip enjoying themselves. Apparently, Manny and his wife allegedly were also live. And apparently, Manny was actually looking for Rodney and Tanisha. He was looking for them and apparently was on live the whole entire time. Okay. So when he finally found them and stepped up to them, the wife stopped him saying, I know you ain't about to start no ish. And then next thing you know, Rodney and him exchange words, and you literally see him taking out the steel. You actually see the light from the actual steel being the trigger. You actually can see the light. You can see it from the actual steel, the pow pow. And you just hear easily about 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken, pow pows. And so while the first pow pows happen, you see the wife's face. And I don't even want to show this on my channel. It's an absolutely hell no for me. But what you hear the wife saying before she is unalive, Mrs. Finley, she's like, are you serious? Are you serious? And next thing you know, you hear some more pow pows. Both of them gone instantly on the strip. You hear a baby crying. It was chaos. And honestly, I'm shocked there wasn't even as much chaos as I thought it would be, because I thought there was going to be more people running or whatever the case may be, but that did not seem like the case. But you definitely heard a baby crying. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. So where did this all begin? This all begins over a YouTube beef. Now, as much as I would like to say that people don't engage in YouTube beefs, it seems to be the way. It really seems to be the way when it comes to YouTube. Not for me, because I'm one of those people where at a certain point, I'm going to just block your ass. I'm too grown for it. I don't even personally know you. So why am I about to sit up there and have a beef with you? Some people purposely beef just to make money and to get fame and to get clout. Bottom line, that is like the new push. That is like the it thing. If I had a freaking nickel for every time I get on my channel and go through my algorithm and see all of these YouTube channels of people beefing with someone, another content creator versus another content creator, baby, I would be rich. I would be rich. Okay. It's like insane at this point. And you know what? I think people think this is the end. I don't think it's the end. And what I say by that is, I don't think this is the end where somebody else is going to try this situation. I feel like, though, YouTube might be trying to make things even more hectic and more strict for content creators. I really, really think that it is going to get that crazy and hectic, because trust and believe the law is going to get YouTube involved. They're going to get them involved. And if they start to see again that there is just more drama with this, they're going to find every reason. They already have been messing with people's money and apparently messing with people's views and stuff like that. I've been told I've been shadow banned. A lot of other people who have bigger channels than me have been saying the same thing, that the money ain't adding up, whatever the case may be. You think after this, it's not going to get worse? Oh, hell yeah, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And they may get to the point where they'll start flagging people who are having beefs with other content creators. I can see it. I can see it, that they're going to have people actually going in. And if they're actually having beef with content creators, that in itself may strike your channel. So this started, though, a couple years ago. And apparently it started with content. And apparently someone using other people's content, or, who's the best freaking content creator. The beef started apparently like in October of 2023. And so at that point, now so interesting, Wiley. I think you guys know who Wiley is. For those, I'm not about to promote people's channel. I don't do that. But with that, because of the fact that he's quoted everywhere at this point, he said the two men were involved in a childish dispute on who's going to be the biggest YouTube creator in Las Vegas. So this is where it apparently began. And it just got worse and worse. From my understanding, it was getting to the point where they were doing copyright strikes against each other. And on YouTube, if you get 3 copyright strikes or whatever the case may be, they can easily just take off your channel altogether. You can get demonetized. They can remove your channel. So literally they were doing copy strikes, and then it escalated when Manny actually pepper sprayed. I don't even know if I can say that word on here, but he pretty much sprayed Finley's wife, okay, Tanisha. Now, to me, once it gets to that point, you should know that this man is capable of anything. But apparently it didn't stop there. And from my understanding, Finney the legend would definitely taunt Ruiz, and Ruiz would taunt Finney. And Finney would say comments like, "Oh, I'm about to strike your page again, apparently, if this is going to be the 3rd strike. But I ain't going to do that to you because, you know what I'm saying, you ain't wrapped too tight anyways." Like, taunting him. Taunting him, like the stuff that you see all the time. Some people just flat out up there and out there with their taunting, and some people are passive aggressive with them, trying to stir the pot and just trying to create beefs. But my thing is, once he had pepper sprayed your wife, you should have said that this is going too far. This is going way too far. But it continued. It continued. And I don't know what it is about people needing the clout. I don't know what it is about people who want to go live where they actually currently are at that present moment, because that was another situation in this. He actually went live at that present moment, not showing the live later on. You got to be mindful of your surroundings, and you got to be mindful because you just never know. You never know. Like, you just going live whenever you want. He went live literally right there on the spot. They were on live at the time. And Manny and Manny's wife ended up finding them. Now, he claims that he saw something shiny that was coming from Rodney Finley's waist, and the same for the wife. The police said, and I have to say this because the police was like, who the hell, you done effed up, right? Like, who you dealing with here? The police showed him the actual footage of what happened. They showed the actual footage, and pretty much it clearly shows Manny advancing towards Finney while pow-powing. You know what I mean? So Manny apparently became so frustrated, he asked to speak with an attorney. Like, once he saw the footage and how well they had that footage, he was like, let me speak to an attorney. Didn't go in there with an attorney, but literally after he saw what they had, said, let me speak to an attorney. It's over for him. And to be quite honest, I'm going to have to assume it's going to be over for his wife too. His wife was with him. His wife was with him. Now, the reality is, I don't know how much involved she was, but she was with him the whole entire time, allegedly, while they were looking for this couple. So she probably gonna be in trouble too. And let's take it even further, because from my understanding, and for those in the chat, y'all educate me and let me know, because I didn't know anything about any of these channels. It was a lot of the subscribers that was escalating this beef. Messy ass subscribers who like to see this drama go down and think that they could just sit up there and go on about their day, or they purposely want to do this stuff thinking it's entertainment and they're about to get some action. Let there be some actual comments. Let there be actual comments of these subscribers starting stuff, stirring the pot, possibly telling Manny or telling Finney where someone is, stirring this stuff, thinking that it's cute. And now there is a literally double unaliving. that's going to be probably first degree. You don't think they're going to start investigating who said what and who was in DMs and chats and stuff like that? Oh, please believe me, they're going to be coming after everybody. See, it's not cute no more when people be trying to escalate this type of drama, because you have content creators who do it on their own. They just want the fame, the clout, and they know beef creates money. But then you have subscribers and just trolls who have nothing else better to do but want to see negativity and want beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. So it's going to get very interesting. And I feel like us regular YouTubers who mind our own business, because let me tell you something. It has been tried with me before. I came into this content creator space naive as hell, thinking that it's a free platform. How crazy could it be that people just want to start drama who have other pages, who have bigger pages than me? It couldn't be that serious, but it is that serious for people. But I'm not about to go back and forth with anyone. You're just getting blocked. You can feel like you one-upped me. You can feel like you did whatever. You don't pay no bills here. So I'm going to block you. This nonsense went way too far. And not to mention, this is another thing too. You got to be mindful of how you deal with people and how you talk with people, because you don't know people's mental state. You don't know people's mental state. You don't know these people, period. Some of the most, I don't want to say mental, but yeah, because you have people who literally do the work and they literally have an actual legit mental health condition, and they make sure that they go to a psychiatrist, get the medicine or get the therapy they need. But you have people who literally have mental issues, who have not going to see a therapist, a psychiatrist, but they decide to create a YouTube channel. They decide to create a YouTube channel. So literally, you just don't know. When it's literally mics on, people doing their entertainment thing, you don't really know how these people operate. You just don't. But to me, the final straw of, okay, this is getting too serious, it's time to back up, would have been when your better half got pepper sprayed. When your better half got pepper sprayed, that should have been a wrap. But everybody got egos. And everybody wants to prove how hard they are. And everybody wants to prove how much of a content creator they are. Because people end up seeing them checks when they start beefing and be like, "Ooh, I ain't made this type of money before in my life. Let's continue to beef." But everybody is not going to play the beef game. And some people don't have the maturity to just end it by just ignoring the nonsense or blocking someone, because people have the maturity because they realize they have too much to lose. They're not about to do the back and forth. But people who have nothing to lose, or they don't understand mentally that they don't need to do certain things, yeah, this is the type of stuff that happens. These viewers on the comments that the stream probably don't even realize that these viewers in the comments, the viewers in the comments, that's why I don't understand why Finney take his wife back to Vegas for his pre-B-Day, knowing he had beef with this man. You can clearly see he was, apparently he made a comment. He made a comment that he said he knew he was unhinged, but he thought it was funny. And now him and his wife are no longer here, and they have kids. 2 families ruined over this, because I don't see how that wife, unless Manny takes all responsibility and says, just tell on me or whatever the case may be, I don't see how that wife is not going to be not serve time either. They allegedly apparently have her on the live while they are finding or trying to search for the Finleys. So this is why I'm just like, this is crazy. How do you move like this as if you don't have nothing to lose when you got kids involved? I'm really starting to think that people are addicted to YouTube like that Ready Rock. That Ready Rock that start with a C that was an epidemic in the freaking 80s. This is becoming an addiction for people. This is becoming an addiction to people. And I understand you can make pretty good money on YouTube. I get it. But does it have to be that you beefing with people? I literally, again, there are so many LA beefs going on right now. It's making me sick. I'm like, on YouTube, like y'all popping up at different places, talking about some pop-up show up. I bet you this content creator ain't gonna show up. I'm here. I've been here for a couple of hours. Are you freaking kidding me? How old are we? How old are we? Because everybody ain't going to sit up there and want to just square up with you and get a fair one. Some people will take it to the other level. But again, they think it's content until it's not. You got these RICO charges and people that are literally fighting for their lives, literally may be in jail for the rest of their lives because of content. Now, because of content, you literally have two people, parents, husband and wife, gone. The other one, his life is destroyed, and the wife's life is going to be destroyed too. It's destroyed. And like at this point, I understand she's still breathing, but at this point, it's destroyed. So this is the background of it. It has escalated, and now here we are. I don't know who's still. I'm assuming at this point both pages are gone. Like at this point now, it's actually the footage is on YouTube. I don't know how they're able to get away with the footage being on YouTube because it to me it's a little too much. Even from the sounds of it and everything, it's a little too much. That's why I ain't about to play it. I'm not even about to do the audio of it. Y'all want to look at it? Y'all look at it for yourselves. Because it ain't gonna be me over here. But yeah, this is Manny. This is Manny, the guy who literally took it to a level that is going to ruin his life forever. And RIP to the Finleys. It's the Finleys. That's them. And now they're gone. Now, from my understanding, now I don't know how true this is. I didn't see it in this way when I was looking at the footage. Make sure you guys hit the likety-like button. Hit the likety-like button. Some were saying that when she was saying, "Are you serious?" and she heard the pow pows and actually was seeing her husband getting hit with those pow pows, she was trying to grab her camera. I don't know how true that is. But if that is true, that she was trying to grab her camera, even though they were currently live at that moment, this is what I'm saying, that there's an addiction. There is seriously an addiction at this point when it comes to YouTube. If that is the case, why in that moment you're not trying to run? You're not even trying to aid to your husband. Apparently, you're trying to pick up your camera. This is just like insane to me. She did because she was in shock. She was in shock that she grabbed her phone. I don't know. I don't know where they from, but I tell you one thing. I hear a pow pow. I'm running. I'm running. Like there is no, I'm picking up my phone. I'm running. Because my life at that point is more important than any phone. You know? So, and this is exactly my point with people and their comments and saying stuff like, "Oh, it's life," or whatever the case may be. This is not life. This is not life. Like this should not be life. Meaning if her husband, you know what? I'm not about to go there because I clearly know what you here for. Take care. So with that, because this is another thing too. You had people in the chat saying, "Well, that's what he get. That's what he get. He shouldn't have sat up there and baited him. That's what he get." When have we gotten to the point in humanity where literally you're saying that a back and forth verbal between people should end in two people being unalived? That means you lack emotional intelligence. It should never end that way. And I do think that we definitely have a uprise as far as people who do need to get their mental health checked. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have a lot of free services for that. I know people, when they have insurance, can get that stuff, but I think a lot of people really need to get their mental health checked. But we have lost the art of humanity, caring for another human being. It's sick. It's sick and it's twisted. Manny had a reaction channel as well. There is way more to this story. Manny was wrong, period. Well, yeah, he was wrong. He was wrong. Like there's no way you can make an excuse on this. He was definitely wrong. Self-defense, when you actually went looking for him, that sounds premeditated. What do you mean self-defense? It's not like they was looking for you and catch you. You was trying to go and look for them. And apparently they have video proof of it. It's on the live, allegedly. But it feels like the sign of the times, world come, because no, it ain't. Look, I've said that before, supporting gaming. You've been with me for a minute. I've said that before. It's like spiritual warfare. It's spiritual warfare out here. It's good versus evil, God versus the devil. Like it's really going down right now. I told you guys, even with the Diddy court case, and how I told you, like, all of the freaking energies and the crazies and people screaming and fighting each other in front of the courthouse, and like literally one girl sitting up there attacking another content creator randomly. Apparently, he didn't even know who she was. All of that is energy. I wouldn't be shocked if somebody sitting up there doing the heebie-jeebies and doing rituals and crazy stuff like that. It's too much stuff going on. It's too much energy out there going on right now. We got the riots out here in LA. When I tell you, it is all feeling like that, supporting gaming. So absolutely, it definitely feels like that. After she seen her husband, she grabbed the phone. Yeah. Okay. So you're confirming that, Libra. You're confirming that she grabbed that phone. And she could have been in shock, but I don't know. But when you really look at the video, you didn't see a lot of people running either. I don't know if it wasn't loud enough or they weren't processing what was going on. But it's like, you do realize that those are pals. But again, I guess depending on where you live too, some people who ain't probably from certain areas was like, what's that? What's that noise? When you from the hood and like when you hear that type of stuff, you run. You make a run for it. Those were friends of mine. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I am so sorry, Fun with Sunshine. Oh my gosh. I watched it. I didn't look at it as her grabbing her phone at the end of the day. Still, it's very tragic. It's very tragic. Very, very tragic. I am talking about how people should be running. It was not chaos like I think it would be when they see that going down. I heard the baby crying, but you know how you can have a stampede when people hear, what I'm saying, the pals or some stuff is going down. It definitely wasn't giving stampede on that strip. It definitely wasn't with the video that I saw. Oh man, I am so sorry. If you do have an IG page, by all means, if you want to send me a DM or whatever, please do. Where are they from? Are they from California? Are they from Vegas? From my understanding, they both lived in Vegas, correct? So where are they from? Clearly, I said that. I said not everyone grew up around that. I said that. I did say that. But yeah, where are they originally from? Because you don't really find that many people originally from Vegas. There are people who were born and raised in Vegas, but it's rare. It's rare. They like, that's what I said. Oh, they're originally from Arizona. Wow. Are they originally from Arizona or did they move there? And because I know he was there for his birthday, but again, they could have just moved from somewhere. Again, even with Arizona, especially with Black folks, you don't have a lot of people who's born and raised in Arizona too. A lot of the Arizona and Nevada people, they've migrated from somewhere else. Especially now, more and more they're migrating. Like, you know how it was like the great migration when it came to Atlanta at one point, especially for Black people. Like Vegas and like Arizona is becoming hot pockets also for that as well, especially Vegas, especially Nevada, because they don't have no state income tax. So you only got to worry about federal tax. So a lot of people is making their way over there. A lot of people. But yeah, this honestly, I'm disgusted. I feel like this is going to be a shift. This is going to be a shift for so many things. And YouTube was already about to be strict. Oh, I feel like it's about to be insanely strict at this point. Oh, he was originally from the Bay Area. Oh, okay. Originally from the Bay. Okay. Yep. A lot of people from the Bay in LA are moving to Vegas. Everywhere you got new people coming in. I don't know what you mean by everywhere. I was hit in AZ. We don't have state taxes here. You said I was hitting AZ. We do have state. Yeah. Arizona has state taxes, not as high as certain other places like California, but a lot of people have been moving to Nevada simply because of the no state tax. Your money can stretch out more there. So that's why you have a lot of people who move there, which is why you got a lot of people who couldn't really survive in other states end up moving there. Not to mention, that is truly the state, especially the city of Vegas. That is the state where you can start over. And what do I mean by that? You have a lot of people who go there who get addicted to gambling, end up losing everything, but can still be okay in Vegas. Like, you would be shocked how many people can still be in new cars, still, you know what I'm saying, be able to maintain and start over, because Vegas is just kind of like that place. It's not unheard of to hear someone is completely like bankrupt, or someone is completely down on their luck, but literally can still get a car and a house. You're like, how the hell is that possible? They give multiple chances in Vegas. Well, at least they used to. And he was, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Say Coca-Cola. Don't say the whole word. I gotta say allegedly on that, because unless they have video out there, I can't say that. Ooh, and then okay, y'all, the C word and the M word, asterisk those out. But so they're saying that he was allegedly on a high the whole entire time before it happened. So that makes it even worse, because it's making me, did they know he had an issue with that? Because Finney the legend even made a comment like, I know, this is all he has, and I know he ain't all up there. Like, he made it seem like he knew that man was unstable. So was it? No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just, I don't want anything to get flagged. It's okay, because I want us to have like an honest, open conversation. But did they know that he had that issue? This is just tragic. This is tragic. How many kids did they have? How many kids did the Finleys have? And honestly, how many kids did Manny and his wife have? Because as far as I see it, they are all they're both of their families are in mourning in this situation. Oh my gosh, and they said Finney was a grandfather too. So he just wasn't a father, he was a grandfather. So yeah, they said it's been brewing for 2 years. Where it said even after the pepper spraying incident, Finney never got physical. Instead, he chose to fight back online. So even with that, he still chose to fight back online, probably because of them views. His wife said she was okay, so he was just like, okay, let's handle this another way. This is crazy. Manny was welcome to come on and defend himself. He kept it fair. It wasn't just a bash. It wasn't just let's talk about Manny, talk bad about Manny. They said their popularity grew because of this. They said the popularity grew. Wow. This is insane. This is insane. It ain't never that serious ever. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Okay, so well, I'm this actual article I'm reading. Somebody quoted saying that he was a son, a father, and a grandfather. No, they didn't. They have 4 kids. No, no worries. Yeah, just kind of reminder, just to make sure you asterisk it out. My fault. When I be seeing them on Fremont, it gives, yeah, yeah. Fremont is a special place. His mom was watching. Oh my gosh. Okay, so allegedly, Finney's mother was online and watched everything. She was on the live. Apparently, you guys, she was on the live when her son was unalived. Like, seriously. But this is why I say it's very important. You got to stop playing with certain people, because you may think, oh, it ain't going to turn that serious. And now we have two people who are gone. They're gone. You know what I mean? Like, they're gone. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all, especially because it seems like, you know them. So I'm sure you are just caught off guard and in mourning also. But I can't imagine the mama, you know what I mean? Just kind of, I'm sure she can't even process it. Hell, I can't even process it. I didn't even know these people. I didn't even know they even had a channel. So you guys are saying Finney the Legend's channel is still up. Okay, anybody who actually watch Finney the Legend, do you guys know how many subscribers he had before this incident? Because from my understanding, somewhere I saw it was like 4,500 or whatever the case may be. I don't know how true that is, but right now, as I'm looking, he has 6,000 subscribers now. And you know what's going to be crazy and sick is if that now that he is gone, he all of a sudden went up on his subscribers. I think that is just so sick to me. Have you guys ever noticed when people become like unalived, whether they pass of natural causes or something tragic happens, all of a sudden, even if they had a good following, all of a sudden their followers go up after something happens to them? So he literally had under 3K subscribers, and this happens to him. He's no longer with us on this earth, and now he has 6,000 subscribers. Look at it for yourself. This is sick. Why do people chase drama and the other D word, which is unalive? Why do people do that? Now, of course, I just went because I was like, let me see if he has jumped up, and he has 6,000. I'm not about to follow this man at this point. Now, I don't know if people are thinking that somebody's going to eventually have to get their YouTube checks, but y'all don't find that weird? Y'all don't find that weird that people be like, oh, this person is gone. Let me start following them now. It's weird. It's just, oh gosh, like what is going on with society and humanity? This is why you got to stay prayed up. You have to stay prayed up. Finney and Manny both should have left it alone. This situation will now serve as a lesson for all YouTube and social media streamers to be careful. You think so, Support Gaming? I don't think so. I don't think so. While the adult mentality would say people need to be mindful, I think you're still going to have those clickbait people who want the fame and the beef so they can make money, and they also can get clout. I don't know. Now, I've seen some people who are known for always starting drama and wanting beef after this happened. They went on saying that it ain't that serious and they're not going to, do it anymore. I don't really necessarily know if that's true or not, because at the end of the day, if that is what really has been making your bread and butter this whole entire time is starting beefs, what are you really going to do at this point to make your money? So we'll see if people can shift and actually do other content. But there are people out there who purposely try to find beef with content creators. Even those who do reviews and different things like that, and they have different things that they like to do, they like to still stir the pot. They like to stir the pot. They like to create drama. You know what I'm saying? They like to poke the bear. And then if you respond in a certain way, it gets the ball rolling. Or then they want to act stupid as if they don't understand why you respond that way. That's why I'm like, at a certain point, it's like, look, now I'm all for a healthy debate. But at a certain point, you start to know when someone's purposely trying to be an asshole and troll you and trying to do certain things versus a healthy adult discussion. Block. The block party. This was ego, pride, jealousy, envy, why Manny did this. Manny went from having a girlfriend to a boyfriend in prison. Nice trade. It ain't even no girlfriend to a boyfriend. It's literally no life at this point. Now, I don't know if Nevada has a D penalty. I don't think they do, but this is a life sentence. This is a life sentence, in my opinion, at least. Thrown at law enforcement women, peaceful waving signs saying no illegal. Okay, that has nothing to do with the topic, but thanks for sharing. So with that I honestly, there's no way. There is no way that this whole situation would be worth it. I'm hoping that people who have some type of emotional intelligence, not all the way, but some, will take this as a lesson that, yeah, it's not worth it. And they need to find another niche to create, some money. So it's, I don't see how it can't be premeditated, Libra. I don't see how it can be. They said that he literally was searching for them and apparently was on his own live while they were searching for them. How is that not premeditated? And even with him trying to say it was so-called self-defense and he claimed he saw something he was pulling out of his waist. Sir, do you have any records? Were you legally supposed to have that pow? Were you legally supposed to have that pow? Because if you weren't legally supposed to have that pow, and if he has any felonies, any records on, it's definitely done. It is definitely done. It was done before that, but it's definitely done. Because I'm like, what? You brought that there, waiting for something to pop off. Whatever happened to actually physically fighting? Whatever happened to that, where you actually can physically get into a fight? You may get your ass kicked. You can sit up there and keep trying to fight until you know how to kick that person's behind. Whatever happened to the straight up physical? I don't wish nothing on anyone, but I wouldn't be shocked if Manny ends up. Oh man, you think so? You think so? I don't know. And another thing is, he can't necessarily say that he was out of his right mind if he went into the police station saying self-defense. You know what I'm saying? He was better off saying temporary insanity. He was better off doing that than saying self-defense, because literally it is very hard. It is very hard to say self-defense in that situation. So I had that feeling as well. He was saying, wow. Okay, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If he was saying I can't say that word though because of the algorithm and stuff. But if he said that, yeah. And I'm wondering, did he have a history of mental illness? Like seriously, like a actual, was he diagnosed with something and wasn't taking his medication? Who was pregnant? Who was pregnant? I hope trolls ain't coming in here just to sit up there and add layers of stuff and they don't know what they talking about. Who was pregnant? Are you talking about Tanisha, Mrs. Finley? Or are you talking about Manny's wife? Who? Because that, who was pregnant? Because that don't even make no sense to me. So yeah, if Tanisha was pregnant, which I have not seen that anywhere. If Tanisha was pregnant, then that's 3. Yeah, I definitely I be taking people to the block party. Don't worry about it. Fun with. I'll be taking 'em to the block party. Unfortunately, when I'm on my phone and I'm going live, more and more trolls will pop up out of nowhere. Now he can use his you use him as maybe a little help, but he's not getting out. No, he's not. He's not. It was never mentioned any pregnancy. Finney would have told. Yeah, I think that's just somebody saying that, trying to add more layers to it. It's enough layers already. You don't need to add nothing else to it. You really don't. Unfortunately, when you do lives on your phone, you have people who literally pop in, say ignorant stuff, and go right back out. Nah, he not ill. He knew what he was all right. Saying those comments, going live, saying, you trying to create, you literally recording content knowing what you about to do. In my opinion, he knew what he was about to do. He knew, which is why he had it on him in the first place. Why have it on you in the first place and go purposely, allegedly look for these people and find them on the strip? Because when you think about it, who put a one in the chat if you've been into Las Vegas, especially on the strip? Put a one in the chat if you have been to Las Vegas on the strip. Put a one in the chat, because y'all gonna know the way that I described this. It's not gonna make any sense. Put a one in the chat for those who have been to Las Vegas and the Las Vegas Strip in particular. Okay, the Las Vegas Strip is very congested. There is no parking. You're probably gonna have to park at one of the hotels or park somewhere, and pay a lot of money to park in one of the hotels. So the fact that literally just at that particular timing, Manny walked up on them, my guess is that he had been on the strip for a very long time. Literally, they had to be on the strip, parked the car. You can't even really Uber to the strip, especially during that time, because it's too congested. They either parked, Uber, but it took them a minute, and they had just been camping out on the strip probably. But that's just my opinion on it. Because he couldn't have just drove up, and that's not the way the strip works. They have been looking, and apparently they said in that live they was going to hotel to hotel. They was looking for where they were allegedly. It is mostly women in here. Anyone know the update on where his wife located? What are we talking about in here? We're talking about YouTube beef gone wrong. So let me see. Manny's wife has a GoFundMe for lawyer costs. I think they're going to take that down. Don't they have something about those type of cases or whatever you can't use or do GoFundMe? They're probably going to take that down. If they don't take it down, I'm side-eyeing, because I believe GoFundMe's, because didn't they do that with the young man in Texas, in Frisco, Texas, that he said self-defense with the football player? Y'all remember that story? I actually did a live on that story. Did he not, his family did a GoFundMe or something like that, and they took it down because of what he was charged with? So yeah, they will have to take that down. They will have to take it down. But I'm sure they will. I've seen Sin City Family in Fremont often. I hope they take it down. I think that's one of GoFundMe's policy. I think that's one of GoFundMe's policy. When you're being charged with something like that, no one can do a GoFundMe. And the fact that this is big news at this point, they should take it down. And I don't think that she's going to be able to get access to that money. I don't think she's going to be able to get access to that money, which is interesting. Like, did you not know that your husband was like that? Did you not know that your husband was going to do that? Like, that's interesting. Makes me wonder what their relationship was like. Can we pray for me? I'm hanging by a thread, and it looks like we have some women of culture here. God bless y'all. I'll say a prayer for you. I'm not gonna say a prayer right now because we're kind of like in a very inappropriate topic, but I'll definitely say a prayer for you based off of the name that you see on here. I'll pray for anyone who feels like they need it and is willing to ask for it. She definitely knew. Yeah, I'm just like, girl. If anything, she probably trying to do a GoFundMe for herself too. I understand she didn't do the pow pow, but wouldn't she not be considered an accomplice? Wouldn't she like not be considered? Wouldn't she be considered an accomplice in this? Do you think the wife should go down as well? She was on the strip with that. Yeah, apparently, I don't see how it's gonna be possible. Apparently, they were on live. She was with him. I don't see how it's possible unless she gonna try to say she was in fear for her own life too. She gonna have to come up with, you know what I'm saying, I was sleeping with the enemy type of stuff. And if I didn't go with him and he had these issues, and she gonna be claiming DV and being scared, like that would probably be the only way. And I still don't think that's gonna work. Why isn't the wife in jail? Also, they say she was out there too. Right. 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 But I think they're still trying to put all of the pieces together for the case. And trust and believe if they see that live and they see, if I don't know how much she was engaging in that live or he was, but if they see that she was taking part in this situation, text messages, phone calls, you know what I'm saying, things like that, they probably gonna eventually cuff her too. She is, but she lawyered up. Manny didn't. Well, he asked for an attorney apparently after he saw the footage, like a dum dum. After he saw the footage, when he tried to say self defense, and the attorney was like, I mean, the cops was like, "Fool, please look at this footage. You talking about self defense?" And that's when he asked for a lawyer. She knew Manny and his friends pushed an old man down for complimenting Julie, and the old man cracked his head. Whoa. I'm going to say allegedly, Libra, because I have not seen that, nor do I know that, and can show proof of that. And I definitely don't even want to show that on my channel. But it sounds like if that's the case, Libra, he's been a menace for a very long time. That's what it sounds like. And what the more of a menace he was, the more did his channel grow. Is that the case? Maybe that's the case. But wow. Accomplice, and she riding around with him, stalking Finny and Bubbly. Yeah, apparently she was with him the whole time. The case is very easy to solve. Everything was documented on live. It's on video. Yes, it's facts. Then there it is. See, I done told this whole doing all of this stuff for the content. The content. I'm telling y'all this. I'm telling you, people are insane. This is why I feel like sometimes I'm in a twilight zone. I'm in a twilight zone because we're truly living in times where like people don't make any sense. People lack accountability. They, you know what I'm saying? Like people act like they're know-it-alls. Nothing is ever their fault. They always got an excuse for their BS. Like I think social media has helped in this situation because it's so easy to not hold yourself accountable when someone is willing to hold you accountable. You're just willing to block them or delete them. You know what I mean? Like everybody isn't a troll. Some people just have an opinion that's different from yours. But we are living in times where people feel like how dare you have a different opinion than me? How dare you think differently than me? And I think we just created a bunch of narcissistic weirdos who literally like ain't got no common sense no more. They used to be friends back in the day. They used to be friends. Finny, and Manny used to be friends after her husband, his wife walked back to Sean, watch him. Okay, get again fun. Asterisk some of them words, love. I know that you are mourning. Asterisk some of those words. So after her husband, Pal Bubbly, his wife, walked back to the Sean, watching them unalive on the ground, and then she runs off. So you're saying after Manny Pal them, she walked back to see them and then ran? That's sick. If that happened, they had a fallout because Manny is a snake, and then Finney stared his whole own channel to go. Oh, okay. Okay, so pretty much, okay, what I'm understanding what you're saying is They had a fallout because Manny is a snake, and then Finney started his own channel to call him out. So he started his channel to talk about them falling out in the beef. I'm so happy with my decision not to become a YouTuber. You know, it's definitely YouTube is interesting. I've only had my YouTube channel for 3 years. And it's interesting. It is definitely interesting, and it can be a draining experience. I'm not gonna lie to you. It can be a very draining experience. Because it can be a lot. It can be a lot, especially with trolls and everything else. It can be a lot. You gotta admit, Finney asked for what happened. Um, Look, let me tell you something. In my mentality, this type of drama, no, no one is like, no one who has something to lose and mentally has everything going on for them and their brain is intact, they're stable. No, this is not him asking for what's coming to him, or have to admit, ask for what happened, or he got what's coming to him. I've seen a lot of those freaking comments too. Oh, well, he got what was coming to him. He wouldn't leave him alone. It sounds like both of them wouldn't leave each other alone. Sounds like both of them would leave each other alone. Facts, especially some of these females, they really think there's something special and not. I would say it's females and males, Dwayne. And on the YouTube social media streets, I think we have egos on both sides. Get your facts straight. Don't believe all these people. Why talk about someone you don't know? Sweetheart, clearly this is a chat. And if you don't like the chat, you can leave. And you claim get your facts straight. I was reading from actual articles. What are the facts that you have? You probably don't have any facts, so you can go. Goodbye. Yes, that's what I am saying. She went back to make sure it was over. Well, if they have footage of that, I don't see how she gonna be able to say she wasn't involved, but I don't know. Remember when YouTube back in 2005 started and was, yes, support gaming. See, now that would have been the time that I would have loved to been on YouTube, because YouTube back then was about having fun. That's when reality TV was in its golden era, and it was like good reality TV. Yeah, I definitely remember those days, and they are long gone. They're gone. Now we got this internet drama with bodies getting dropped. That's what's happening. Yeah. It's turning into the streets, literally. It's turning into the streets. He started a YouTube channel purely talking crap about Manny and his family, 6-hour live streams talking about a man and his family. Then you go to his city to poke the bear. Okay. Like I said, I think both of them probably was antagonizing each other. Again, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of this. Like I said, I didn't follow them. I'm not about to be on any live for no 6 hours. That it ain't me. I've done at most 2 hours and then I'm drained. Like I'm drained and I'm done. But again, Manny had a channel. Yeah, we know he had a channel. Does this mean Finney and his wife won't be bothering Matt? Get your ass up out of here. Just trolling the troll. That's what I'm talking about. Come on now. Have some respect and have some decency, regardless on how you feel about the situation. 2 lives are gone. They're gone. Like, come on. Like, come on. I'm shocked if she isn't detained. Anyone have updates on her? Glad to help. The situation was sad. Nobody won here. No one's winning. No one's winning. No one is winning in this situation. It's a tragic situation. Tragic situation. And happened within seconds. So 116 votes. Have YouTube beefs gone too far? 70%, 76% of you guys say yes. 76% of you guys say yes. So you guys have been seeing it too. It's just too much drama. But here's the thing though. You have subscribers and trolls who like to stir the pot. I think that is going to be a change too. Because if any of those trolls and if any of those subscribers possibly got caught up in this and given information and stuff like that, hopefully that means people are going to be mindful too about them trolling and trying to carry on beefs. Because from my understanding, Finney made comments like, I don't even go to this man's page. I don't look for his stuff. Y'all bring that stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bring that stuff to me. So again, that just shows you even more that there are a lot of twisted, sadistic subscribers and trolls who just like to see and get a reaction or try to cause drama, make people miserable, whatever the case may be. But again, that may change if some of these people get caught up in this drama. That may change, because the whole trolling and all of that stuff and trying to create this mess even more, stir the pot even more, if all of a sudden them po-pos knock at your door and say, we need to talk to you about this DM that you sent, we need to talk to you about this comment that you made about how you found where the such and such location is, let me see you the information. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think that the police gonna start knocking at people's door who possibly was involved in stuff like that? Oh, they about to do a thorough investigation. That's why I said I think this is about to be a big shift in YouTube. I think it's about to be a big shift in YouTube. YouTube was already shifting. I think it's going to get worse. I think YouTube going to get to the point where it's like, hold up, we definitely got to get stricter. We got to change these rules. And I don't even think they probably going to even allow the YouTube beefs anymore. If it's going to cost them this, I feel like they're going to shut it down. They're going to shut it down. They are going to, just how they can go through people's videos and find trigger words and stuff like that. Any hint of possible beefs or anything, they may start flagging people's channels. They may. It's super sad for all the kids involved. Yes, it is. Yes, it is M-Moda. Yes, is it M-Moda? Yes, it is. That's true. I hope it changes. It may change. Thank you, Green Team. It should never go this far. Never go this far. The actual stream already got taken down. Them comments are likely long gone or lost. No support gaming. Nothing is ever lost on the internet. You think they ain't gonna be able to pull that stuff? Because even you saying the actual streaming is already taken down, you don't think YouTube can save that stuff? You don't think they probably got that in a heartbeat? Anytime that happens and they even pull the video, they probably like save it just in case the police are going to come and ask questions. YouTube definitely got that. They definitely got it. So yeah. Who's they? I don't think YouTube is, I don't know. I feel like they got enough people who I'm sure they're going to be able to get it. Something tells me they're going to get all of it. Allegedly, Manny channel subscribers led him to finish. Yeah. Allegedly. That's why I say the whole subscriber and the whole trolling and yeah, get them, or I know where such and such may be. That ain't going to be funny no more. Now that this is involved, and now you probably going to have po-pos knocking on the door. You know what I mean? So, but hey, people think YouTube is fun until it's not. And it used to be very innocent and fun, but the darker this world gets, the darker everything gets at this point. But yeah, you guys, let's continue the conversation. Wanted to talk to you guys about this. I literally just did a live right before this, which is talking about a potential SK serial killer that could be in the New England area. You guys check out that video for me. With all the chaos going on, I did not even know this was going on. They have found allegedly, well, they say 13 bodies this year alone, and they're thinking potentially it could be an SK. So when I tell you the violence and the chaos is just at an all-time high, we've always had chaos and stuff in this world, especially in this country, but this is another level. You have so much stuff going on right now in this world that even things like a potential SK and 13 bodies being found is not considered a top priority news segment. How is that not top priority news? But this is the world we live in. The whole situation is sad, but what was with the lady going for the phone to keep recording instead of running for safety or something? Yeah, I agree with that, Tipsy. Someone was saying she could have been in shock, but baby, you hear pow pows, I'm running. I'm running. Finley told his chat, I'm gonna let y'all tell me where to go in Vegas, and they led him to the fountains. Wow. What's SK? Can you elaborate? I cannot. I said cereal, and then that's it. So I'm going to remove that because I think some of you guys do know there's certain words that can get flagged. So again, you sure can Google SA. I don't know if you trolling or not, but you can Google SA. But I said cereal and then I didn't give you the other word. So I think you should definitely understand what words I'm saying. But yes, in the New England area. So check out. It's okay, Anonymous. It's okay. But I'm just saying that those words can trigger the algorithm. But yeah, check out that video that I did right before this, because again, this just shows you how much chaos is going on with literally violence after violence. I'm telling you guys, our world is sick. It's getting sicker and sicker. Facebook Live has a history of people being unalive for the past decade. Got to stop streaming live when you have beef. Exactly. I don't understand in general, because there have been so many people who've gotten unalive when they're living at that, like they're on live at that particular moment. And then next thing you know, someone's able to pull up on them. For the life of me, I don't understand that. I do not understand that. But people always want to do that. I tell my little cousins and stuff like that all the time, like, what is up with you? You can record yourself or whatever the case may be, but then post it after you're gone. After you're gone. So I can't get her face. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna pray for you too, because I know that has to be rough. Does anyone know how to follow the trial or search it? Well, it's gonna be a state trial for sure. So state versus federal. For state trials, anybody typically anyone can usually go into the court and get information. I don't think they're actually going to like film it where it's like national news, maybe local news. But when it comes to state, usually anyone can go in. Now, the thing is, because of the circumstances of this, they may kind of keep security tight. But usually for like state cases, you can. These federal cases, like the Diddy case, it's like they won't allow them to like actually do the whole public recording on the news. Like OJ's case was all over the news. They don't do that in federal court, but they could do it in this state trial. They could. God is real, y'all. Stay blessed and prayed up. I pray for security for all those tuned in and see this. Amen to that, Anonymous. Amen to that. Definitely stay prayed up. We have to. We have to. You know what I'm saying? Like this is getting freaking insane. This is really getting insane. But let me see. You need more mods. People think it's cool to troll during serious situations. Yeah, I mean, it's late on the East Coast right now, so I'm sure my mods are like sleeping. So I'm trying my best to go through them and get the people that I need to get. But yeah, I agree. But when you do late live, sometimes it just don't happen that way. Last one, I'm on this alone. So with that being said, it's the ego definitely got him too. Yeah, I agree with you. The found two bones in a superficial and in Oakland, it barely made the headline. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how does that not make headlines? How does that not make headlines? And the crazy part about it is I'm from California, live in California, and I ain't even heard about that, Tipsy. I haven't even heard about that. That's insane. That's insane. But with that being said, you guys, let's continue the conversation below. I'm going to try my best to follow this, just like some of these other cases that have just completely shocked the heck out of me. There's just so much stuff going on, but I'm definitely going to follow this. For those, definitely please follow, please like, please share. But yeah, for those who may even have more information, by all means, let me know in the comment section or Instagram, same name. You guys can Instagram me. But with that being said, I appreciate all of you guys for listening. Prayers to the families. And honestly, even prayer to Manning too, because I mean, you just there's something going on there. There's something going on there. But the problem, my thing is also he has kids apparently, and so prayer to them, based with prayers to all of them, the families. God bless the souls of the Finleys. This is tragic. 43 and 44 lost their life over a YouTube beef on the strip. Ego always leads to someone either unalive or locked up. When are we going to learn? Right. It was about 6 months ago. Now it really sound like ASK to me, and they hardly reported. Yeah, definitely. I did not hear anything about that. But again, there's so much stuff going on in this world. These type of things happening now. It's like just another day. It kind of reminds me of the 80s. If y'all remember how the 80s were and how crazy our inner cities were, and that there were so many bodies, so many things happening, that a lot of things got skipped and weren't talked about because it was just so much stuff going on. That's what it's giving me. That's exactly what it's giving me. But with that being said, you guys, thank you guys again so much for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on my next video. Toodles.